Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. A top XRP analyst was asked the question, should I buy a particular large cap coin or should I purchase XRP? And he came back with a simple response, more risk, more reward. And so there's certainly, I'd say, throughout the crypto sphere, this idea that XRP, certainly, especially with the efforts of the SEC going after Ripple, holding XRP is viewed as much more risky. And I think that's factually correct. I think it actually is more risky. So that's one thing to consider. I also, and by the way, that doesn't mean I'm not long XRP. Like, just to be clear, for those of you that are new, XRP is my largest holding out of any cryptocurrency by a wide margin. Now, if other coins run up first, it might not stay that, which would be fine by me. I'd love my other coins to take over it, and then XRP, if it runs at the end of the market cycle, I am not going to bitch up a storm about that. I've been expecting that something that's perhaps likely to happen, so if that's what comes to fruition, totally cool with that. That's why I'm glad that I'm diversified, because you never know all these things for sure. But it's also true, in addition to that, you know, out of the 8,000 plus cryptocurrencies on the planet that exist, which is a stupid number, by the way, many of these things need to go extinct, like the dodo, my favorite avian creature that is extinct. But the further you go down the list, you know, the general concept is that if you're placing a bet on a crypto and it's further down the list in terms of market cap, it's more risky. Now, there's probably some truth to that if you're talking about long-term viability, but I still stand by my position that humans are acting for this market cycle, this portion of it. I believe that humans are acting the same way they did in 2017 when and I mean this literally, every mid and large cap coin went parabolic. I see humans acting like that. So I think that all of them are going to go up. So in terms of what's risky in the short term, I'm just thinking, the market moves in tandem. That's my personal, humble opinion. And look, I don't have a financial background of any kind. I'm not offering financial advice, and so you should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I just like making YouTube videos as a hobby on the topics of Ripple and XRP and crypto. That is all that it is. But given that the market's experiencing a pullback today, and by the way, as I recorded, it's almost midnight. What time is it? It's 11:58 p.m. March 24th. So about to hit midnight and become the 25th here. We'll see how quick I can get this video uploaded here. Excuse me. But the market today, the 24th, has pulled back quite a bit, and that's been led by Bitcoin. So you can see XRP, its 24-hour high was 57 cents. It dropped down to, recently, within the last hour or so, probably, hour or two, whatever it's been, 48.5 cents just about. And you can see Bitcoin, it did the same thing. So like, again, Bitcoin led it. Bitcoin, God, man, it's still pretty well down, a little over $52,000. And so that's why I always say, like, whatever your analysis is from a chart perspective for XRP or pick any other coin, if Bitcoin sneezes, just throw out your projections for the altcoin and maybe it's time to start over, so more or less. It's certainly going to change things if that happens here. And so we still don't know for sure what's going to happen with Bitcoin, which I'm going to be highlighting here. I got opinions from a couple different chart analysts I want to highlight. Oh, and also I want to mention this too before I go any further so I don't forget. Elon Musk, he talked about Tesla, his company Tesla, now accepting Bitcoin for car purchases. I'm going to talk about that towards the tail end of this video. That's an interesting thing, which we actually knew was coming, but excuse me, whoa, it's official at this point in time. And so as I record this, XRP is at 50.4 cents. Bitcoin's at $52,438. Market cap for the asset class, $1.625 trillion. And Bitcoin dominance at 60.2%. And the Spark token IOU is at 96 cents as I record this. And so Credible Crypto a few hours ago, he tweeted out the following. In case you weren't sure, now is not the time to sell. And you're going to see in this video, I got like a few examples at least. There are all sorts of people asking, okay, given what's happened with the market, should I be selling my XRP right now? Seriously, we got to talk about this. Because this is the mindset of some of these people, nothing against them personally. I personally feel different, okay? So anyway, Credible Crypto writes, in case you weren't sure, now is not the time to sell. If you wanted to, should have done that days/weeks ago closer to $60,000. He's talking about Bitcoin at $60,000. And he says, at this stage, I would only be looking for opportunities to add to my positions, if anything. Yeah, and by the way, I'll tell you, me personally, we'll see what I'm going to buy, but I'm actually, after this video, I am going to go on a little bit of a buying spree. I'm going to be purchasing looking towards large cap coins that are way down compared to their previous all-time high, because a lot of them are still, even right now as I record this video, they're still like eightfold away. And then it's like, okay, but are they going to stop when they get to their all-time high? Or are they going to go up like from where we are now? Are they going to, from now, or instead of going up just eightfold, are they going to go up more like 16 or 20-fold, or who knows? And I don't know the answer to that, but I don't believe personally that they're going to be stopping at that eightfold increase. It's going to be messy, and you're going to see retracements downward along the way, but I personally don't think so. That's the bet that I'm going to be making, just based on historically what's happened within the crypto asset class. And so after I record this, absolutely, I'm going to go on a bit of a buying spree. And so I don't get scared by this stuff. I get excited when I see that there's a buying opportunity, and I do have United States dollars on the sidelines, which is the case right now. I'm going to purchase more. Now, I'm not going to use all of my available United States dollars, because there's a chance, as you'll see here in just a moment, for things to go down further. Bitcoin like leading the charge in terms of downward price action. Not a guarantee, but Credible Crypto thinks it might happen. But somebody asked him here, is it a sound idea to sell some XRP in expectation to buy back lower? Let me just share my opinion right now. And again, I understand lots of you listening have done this, and some of you very successfully. And kudos to you, props to you, seriously. I very genuinely mean that, but I still feel like you're playing with fire. And so this is nothing against, I'm not insulting you or your wisdom and your judgment or anything like that. I'm just sharing with you, like, for me, this is not something that I'm going to do. I've never done this with my XRP, and I'm never going to. For me, it's hold, because data indicates that those people that hold rather than trade and try and time markets and emotionally respond, the people that hold outperform the traders, and it's not even close. The vast majority of traders ultimately lose money. So even if you get lucky and you're right, you sell now and then it goes down, you buy in lower. Okay, yay, you happy. Like, I am happy for you that happened, that you didn't get wrecked. But here's the thing: you're talking about picking up. What's it going to be like? You're going to pick up 5% more XRP from doing something like this, or if you're lucky, 10%. Who knows? Something like that. Okay. But here's the thing: we don't know when any cryptocurrency is going to take off parabolically. We don't know when XRP is, and so. Like, for me, consider it from because I'm looking at it for me, like my position. I've been collecting XRP since November 2017. I made my final purchase in early October 2020. It's my largest bag by a wide margin, but I did stop. I wanted to diversify after that. But for me, I'm just thinking back what I'm doing, and my bet is that XRP at some unknown point in the future, this has been my position the whole time I've been purchasing XRP, at some unknown point in the future, it will go parabolic like it did in late 2017 into early 2018 when it went from 20-something cents up to almost $4. That's my bet, is that it's going to happen at some unknown point in time. And so the idea of thinking that the market's going to tank a bit led by Bitcoin so I can pick up 5 or 10% more XRP, that is not appealing to me, because the one time I try that and I'm wrong and it takes off, I'm wrecked. Like, I just wasted 3 years of my life collecting XRP, and then I can just be a sad panda forever. Basically, that's what would happen. The level of risk you have to engage in to do that is not worth it. When we're talking about potentially thousands of percent gains to the upside, which is what I'm looking for. When you compare that versus picking up 5 to 10% more XRP in the short term by trying to time the market, that to me is a bad idea for myself. You do it if you want to. I'm not telling you to buy or sell or hold. For me, that's a horrendous idea. I will not participate. Because again, the data indicates the people that do that, they get wrecked. They absolutely get wrecked. The traders, the people that time markets, they lose. They absolutely. And so for me, it's not a hard decision. You can sit there and be like, oh man, if only I had done so and so, I could have picked up another 5 or 10 XRP. Yeah, fine. If you want to play that little shoulda, coulda, woulda children's game, you can do that. But in the real world here, the people that don't try and engage in such, they perform better. And so Credible Crypto, in response to that query, said, not at these levels. Should have done so at weekly resistance at 55 cents if you wanted to. Hodl and add on dips. And then there was this. Credible Crypto has asked, do you think we are still dipping further, debating on buying now or waiting until the morning? And that was just a few hours ago. So this guy named Matt Lacey asked that. He wrote, bags are packed, just adding. By the way, same for me. Like, my bags are packed. And so if I'm going to buy more crypto, I need to be enticed. You must tantalize me. You must court me, crypto market. You must serenade me with your sweet song, or else I am not going to be purchasing any more crypto, period. I got plenty, seriously. I've been doing this for years. Anyway, Credible Crypto responded and wrote, we are testing major support at the moment. So not a bad time to scale in some buys, saving some ammo in case we go lower. And so Credible Crypto still not ruling out this idea, and it may have been in one of the tweets that I highlighted up here. Yeah, it is. That we could go lower. And so I'm kind of doing the same thing. I don't want to blow all my USD that's on the side right now in case it does go lower. And you can say that's timing markets, but look, once my bags are sufficiently packed, either you tantalize me or I'm just going to hold my United States dollars. Like, that's it. And I'm not timing the market in terms of what I was just talking about a minute ago in terms of selling, shorting the market temporarily, thinking that things are going to go lower so I can buy it at a cheaper price. That I'm not doing. That I am not doing. And so let's be clear what we're talking about here. And now Credible Crypto also wrote the following just 5 hours ago. Watching the market drop right now with my bags of fiat ready since $60,000. And it's funny, like in watching all of this, I can only imagine the emotional roller coaster ride that these people that are new to crypto are going through right now. It's like every time something pumps, it's like, oh my God, it's never gonna stop euphoria. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. But then when something starts to crash, whether it's down 5% or 10% or the market starts tanking, even just to that degree, it's like people, they'll start selling and panic selling. And the emotion is so strong that in order for that to make logical sense, like you would have to believe that you're never going to get above to a higher level. And so that doesn't make sense, right? It's just the emotional people buying and selling, though, as if this is it. It's really going to go down. And so I'm just aware that humans act like this. They'll FOMO and they'll panic sell. And so I'm not betting on whether or not that's going to happen. Well, I mean, I guess I understand it is going to persist. It's happening right now. My big bet, again, like I said a few minutes ago, just to drive the point home, because this is crucial to me, it's not whether or not humans are going to act irrationally like this and emotionally buy and sell. My bet is on whether or not XRP at some point has a parabolic rally like we saw in late 2017, which completed in January 4th, 2018, when it went from 20-something cents to almost $4. Are we going to see chart activity like that? That's my bet. For me, the answer is yes. And there's no way for me to know for sure. I could be wrong and I could lose everything. But I have strong conviction, and this is what I'm doing. I think the whole market moves in tandem. I think there's plenty of evidence for that. Even with what's happening with the SEC going after Ripple, that is my bet, period. And so somebody named Fargo wrote to Credible Crypto and said, "This where we buy back in heavy, right? Credible? Question mark?" And Credible Crypto responded, "I mean, I'm waiting for $38,000 to $40,000 for Bitcoin, but yeah, definitely possible we get a bounce here in the low 50s. Last chance for bulls to step in here to save the day." And so not ruling out that $38,000 to $40,000 level. And if that happens, I will unleash every last United States dollar that I have. And if not, I'll use a chunk of it. Because, like I said, even after this video, I am going to buy some stuff, and I'll decide what once I get there. But I already did a little bit of glancing before the recording this video, and there are so many large cap coins where they're like 8-fold away from their all-time highs. It's like, do I think the market's going to pump in tandem? Yes. And so for me, it's not about fundamentals. That's why I joke about, oh yes, let's purchase some of everyone's favorite crypto, Ethereum Classic, which has had 11 billion, 51% attacks. And so, like, even that, though, I'm just like, well, to me, the people are just going to chase green candles. What the hell do I care? It's not about fundamentals right now, which is stupid, but that's what it looks like to me. This is how I see people behaving, and my conviction is strong that people are going to continue to behave like that indefinitely. For the duration of this portion of the market cycle, more precisely. All right. And then there was this one. Another person named Rodrigo asked Credible Crypto, "Should I sell my XRP?" And then he wrote in parentheses, "It's 85% of my portfolio, to have a little of fiat position for a bigger drop." And again, Credible Crypto said the same thing that I just said to you effectively. And so he wrote here, "Best time to sell some XRP was a couple days ago when we were at weekly resistance at 55 cents. Doesn't make as much sense to sell here, in my opinion." And for me, I mean, if you're a trader, go for it. I know that most traders lose money. So even when I see these people on Twitter talking about how they sold and bought cheaper, even if that's true, they're not telling you the stories where they got wrecked, which is what happens. Like the data indicates that's what's going to happen to most people on the whole. Like they're just going to get wrecked. Even if it's one big wreck and they have a bunch of success for a number of times in a row, eventually they just get ruined, and they're going to lose money here. So that's the way that so it's a fine question. So especially for people that are new, and this is not any sort of personal affront against any of these people that are asking. These are good questions to ask. I'm glad they're asking them, and they can disagree with me. They can tell me that I'm an idiot stick, and that's fine. I'm just telling you that for me, this is not the way that I am going to be behaving. And then here, Lion Dunn wrote, and tag Credible Crypto, if you have to choose 200 ETH or 66,000 XRP, what would you buy? I am just curious. And then Credible Crypto wrote, XRP, more risk, more reward. Indeed. And so, well, I'd say this too. Like, Ethereum, it's already smashed through its all-time high of the last cycle. XRP, even if you consider it more risky, as I think most people would, it's, what is it now? Eightfold away, roughly, from its all-time high. And do we think it's going to stop there, though? Because I don't think any cryptocurrency that's eightfold away from its all-time high, pick your crypto, and there are a bunch of them right now. It's not just XRP that's lagging behind at this point. I personally think every single one of them that's eightfold behind, if you're talking large or mid-cap coin, maybe I'm wrong, it's not financial advice, but I think that they're going to go. I think they're going to rock it. I think they'll blast past their all-time highs. I think it's going to be messy. I think there'll be a lot of pullbacks along the way. And that's my bet. And so I'm placing, I'm investing rather accordingly. That's what it looks like to me. Michael Vandepop, a very popular chart analyst here, told his 167,000 followers that to calm down with a smiley face. Bitcoin is fine. So we'll see where it goes. I mean, maybe he's right. Maybe it's not going to go any lower. I personally, since I have USD on the sideline, I would prefer for it to tank. But I don't know if it's going to or not. I'm just saying, like, if the opportunity presents itself, while so many people, including I'm sure some people listening to this, which is not, this is not being mean about you. Like, you're normal if you get scared about this stuff. I'm the weirdo that doesn't get scared about this stuff. But people will be panicking. If this happens and Bitcoin goes down to like $40-something thousand or $38,000, I'm going to see that, and my honest gut reaction, my emotion I will feel is glee. It will be happiness. Seriously. And I very genuinely mean that, because the macro bull trend's in place. It's just going to be a buying opportunity. Because like Warren Buffett said, and he was talking about the stock market, so it's the same for crypto. The stock market is a mechanism for transferring wealth from the impatient to the patient. It's also a mechanism for transferring wealth, I would say, from the emotional to the non-emotional. I think that's a fair way of assessing it as well. And then XR Patience here, he was pointing out something which I've been mentioning on the channel as well, but it's always worth a friendly reminder. He wrote, 100%, he wrote, I 100% get frustration with XRP not rocketing yet. It can be tough to watch other coins take off and yours sit still. And by the way, I totally get that. If you're feeling that, again, you are a normal human. I'm the weirdo. It's also true that it's not only XRP that's lagged behind, and really the biggest, most exciting action hasn't even begun yet. There are tons of cryptocurrencies that are more or less in the same boat as XRP. So no, it's not just XRP. But then XR Patience also wrote, remember, XRP was the last to take off in 2017, but outperformed every other crypto by far. And don't get me started on what XRP will do once the SEC suit goes away. So I share his sentiment. I thought I'd highlight that. And he also did mention that in his opinion, it's worth diversifying. And I agree. I've diversified as well. Now on to Elon Musk. He tweeted this out. You can now buy a Tesla with Bitcoin. Now look, when the news came out that Tesla purchased $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, whenever that happened, how long has it been? Has it been like 4, 6, 8 weeks? I don't know. It's like every day it seems like the same as the last. I don't know what the hell day it is, basically. But $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, they announced at that point in time that they were going to be allowing the purchase of their vehicles with Bitcoin. So we knew it was coming, but now it's official. It is live. And he expanded upon this. And this is a bit of detail that I wasn't aware of at a minimum. I'm not sure that they had announced it, but this is important, actually. He wrote, Tesla is using only internal and open source software and operates Bitcoin nodes directly. Bitcoin paid to Tesla will be retained as Bitcoin, not converted to fiat currency. And so that speaks to the degree to which they're long Bitcoin they do not plan to sell. Also understand that for this company, this is not necessary for them to be cash flow positive. And also understand that the vast majority of their cars are going to be purchased with fiat currency, not with Bitcoin. So whatever little bit, whatever tiny percentage is purchased with Bitcoin, it's not a big deal for them to just hold on to it. So it'll be interesting if the numbers are if we ever get to see them, if they're made public. But yeah, I don't know that it's going to be that much. I really don't. Compared to their $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin they just purchased. So if anything, it's more in line with the narrative here. And so like with so much activity in the media talking now about It seems like Bitcoin, it's never going to stop rocketing. We're even seeing some signs of altcoins getting pumped by famous people, and it's getting picked up in mainstream media. With all this happening here, you got to start to wonder, with this and the laser eyes and the diamond hands and all this crap, like, we're not at the top of the market. There's a lot of craziness yet to come, but these are all clear signs to me that we're not just in a bull market, we're in the pre-euphoria stage, but it's going to get bonky AF. Bonky? Bonkers AF. I was trying to say bonkers. Bonkers AF. There we go. We're the hot for moon now sometime. But it's coming. It's all coming, and I firmly believe XRP will be a part of this. So whatever you guys decide to do, whether you buy or sell or hold, participate, not participate, I wish the best for you, and I hope that we all end up over the course of this market cycle making a freaking fortune. That's the goal, right? And so for me, my personal plan requires me to not respond emotionally. It requires me to just buy and hold. And I've said this a few times. I want to share it again because not everybody watches every Moon Lambo video. Although you should, and I'm offended that you don't. But I just want to be clear that I've never sold a single XRP. I've actually never cashed out any of my crypto back into United States dollars because I'm a long-term guy, and I also only put in what I'm willing to lose in case I'm wrong about all this. But I've put in a bit. Let's just say I've put in a bit, which is subjective, but to me it's a fair bit, let's say. And I haven't needed it over the years, and I'm still not done. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. As long as there continues to be opportunity here to purchase at what I perceive to be discounted rates, I'll keep purchasing more. But you know, the reason I'm able to do that is because I understand that market cycles are a real thing. I understand how humans emotionally buy and sell, and I just refuse to behave like that. And so for me, the only reasonable way for me to win, since I don't even want to try and be a trader, is just buy and sell. And then I'm not going to try and sell the top because that's impossible. I'll just sell a bunch of my XRP and other crypto along the way as it pumps. And that's my plan. That's it. It's not super scientific. It doesn't need to be for me. And I'm not going to beat myself up for not being able to sell the top for sure. It's not even possible. It's silly to even aim for that. You're not going to be able to. The people that do hit the top, it's a pure stroke of luck, and it's substantially less than 1% of humans that will be able to do that. And so I don't care about that. And so you could sit there and laugh at I don't know where I'll sell along the way, and like compared to like how high it's going to go. Am I going to sell like before like what if I sell XRP? I'm just making up a number. Like, what if I sell everything at $15 and it goes to $30? I'm just making up numbers right now. Well, am I going to feel stupid if that happened? No, because I don't know how high it's going to go, and I want to make sure that I realize some profits, because there will be a whole bunch of people this market cycle that have way unrealistic thoughts on where XRP is going to go. Like, a lot of people think this market cycle XRP is going to hit $1,000 or $100. I firmly believe it will not. Not that it can't ever hit $100. I'm not even saying it couldn't in a future market cycle. I personally don't think there's a snowball's chance in hell that's going to happen. But if you feel differently, act accordingly. I'm not telling you to buy or sell or hold. But I do think there are going to be a lot of people that have unrealistic targets, and they're not going to make much of anything as a result. But, that's just my unprofessional opinion, and people can disagree with me and say that I'm an idiot and that I'm selling way too soon. And hey, fair enough. Everybody should do what they think is right for themselves. I just think it's fun food for thought. It's a fun topic for conversation. But I'll go ahead and wrap up there. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.